Hello and welcome to Skype Academy Presents Call Queues. I'm Cornel Bullens. I'm a Senior Customer Engineering Architect within our Customer Experience and Deployment team. For today, we would like to talk to you about the fact that Call Queues is for Skype for Business online only. Call Queues can be used to distribute a large amount of calls. Agents will need a Cloud PBX license. They can be a routing target for auto attendance, or you can directly dial into a call queue. And a call queue can help you assign calls to the right group of people. A call queue agent can be a user homed in Skype for Business Online with Cloud PBX. PSTN calling is optional. So as long as they're enabled for Cloud PBX, they don't need to be enabled for PSTN calling. And additional scenarios will be released later on after the general availability. General availability is now, so look forward to these new features coming soon. For today, we'll go through the introduction, we'll talk about prerequisites, deploying and operating call queues. Please note that this is a point of time view. This session was recorded in March 2017, and the features and functionality that we described are current as of this date. Office 365 is going through an ongoing cycle of innovation. We innovate on a constant basis, which means that new features and functionality are added frequently. So to ensure you have the latest training, go to aka.ms/sa-ccq for the latest version of this training, and go to aka.ms/Skype Academy for more trainings. So an introduction into call queues. What is call queues, or what are call queues? So they provide an automatic call distribution for incoming calls. If you've seen the training about Cloud PBX auto attendance, this is a bit different. A call queue really is, it intercepts the incoming call. It has a set of users that we call agents assigned to the call queue. And then as soon as these agents are online and the call comes in, the call will be offered to all of the agents. So instead of going to a single agent, a call queue really is used to distribute an incoming call over all the available agents. They can have custom corporate greetings and music on hold. We allow up to 200 calls per instant, and we queue up all the calls until someone is available to accept them. We distribute the calls in a first in, first out manner to all of the available agents, so this ensures that everybody is helped as soon as possible. We allow up to 50 agents in a call queue. So the max queue size and the max allowed time, the wait time, they're configurable, and you can set up the call overflow or the timed out calls to go to another call queue, an auto attendant, a voicemail, or a specific user or set of users. So let's do a quick comparison between the online call queues and the Skype for Business hunt groups. That's what the comparison you'll most likely see. So call queues online only, hunt groups on-prem only. The routing target for online call queues will be a distribution or security group with up to 50 online users, and those online users must have a Cloud PBX license. For Skype for Business hunt groups, they go for distribution and security groups with on-premises users. Most of the features are self-explanatory. The maximum concurrent incoming calls is capped at 200 for the online call queues, and the on-prem call queues are really based on the power of the hardware that you have assigned. Routing options for online at this point, we only support attendant routing, and we'll talk a little bit about what that is later on. The hunt groups for on-prem not only support attendant routing, but also round robin, last active, priority routing, and parallel. The agent participation for online is always informal. This means that when you're a part of a call queue, you're always a part of a call queue. You can't opt in or opt out, which is something you can do with the on-prem hunt groups. So from a caller who is calling into a call queue, the experience would be there would be no greeting by default, but you can add something like, welcome to Contoso, we're connecting you to the next available agent. I then get connected to the agent based on that agent's availability, and when the maximum concurrent calls at a timeout is reached, the person is either connected to a different queue, to a different auto attendant. The call can be disconnected, forwarded to an agent, or directly to an agent's voicemail. From a callee, so the receiver of the call, there will be a toast name that shows the call queue name and the caller ID, and the agent can then decide to pick up or not. If the call's picked up, the agent is connected with the caller after the connection is complete. Keep in mind the connection will be between 1 and 3 seconds for it to be fully established. And if the call is ignored, there will be no missed call notification generated and the next incoming call will be displayed. So know before you go. An optional greeting can be uploaded. It doesn't support text-to-speech, so if you want a greeting, you'll have to record it and upload it. Please take the music copyright considerations in the back of your head when configuring this. If you're using music on hold, you must make sure that it's either rights-free or all the royalties are paid, or this could be a very costly travel. Service numbers must be available. How the service numbers work, you can find out more at aka.ms/sa-orgaa-sn. But service numbers are a special type of phone number. They can handle a large amount of calls. They can be obtained in the same manner as you can get the user number. There are some limits. A service number can be toll-based and toll-free. Toll-based means that the caller is paying for this. Toll-free means that the callee, so basically the company, is paying. So if you want to offer toll-free, you must have configured consumption billing in your tenant. So what's this attendant routing that we've been talking about? Well, when you have this call queue, basically as soon as the call comes in, all agents are run in parallel. It's the same as attendant routing as it is in the response group service on premises. Even if you're already in a call, you will get a new call offered. Only agents that are offline or in do not disturb will not get a call. You can have multiple calls on hold. So what are the prerequisites that you need? So first of all, your agent group must be a distribution list or a mail-enabled security group. They can be fully online or synced from on-premise. We do support nested distribution list. We don't support Office 365 groups. They need to be synchronized from Azure Active Directory to the Azure Address Book service. There might be a synchronization delay for up to 4 to 6 hours for new groups. They need to be in the Azure Active Directory, the Azure Address Book service before call queues can use them. Find the CS group will show you all the AABS, all the groups in AABS. We update the membership each 30 minutes. And you can see when the last time was, when it was updated for the last time using get-cs hunt grip. So who can get a call from a call queue? So who can be the call agent actually? So online Skype for Business users with a Cloud PBX license host in any of the regions. So even if you deployed regionally hosted meetings and you're in a different region, you can still be a part of the call queue. You don't need a PSTN calling license. You can have them, especially if you want to forward calls to the PSTN as an agent, you might need it, but you don't need it for the call queue functionality. You also don't need a PSTN number. If you have a Skype for Business 2016 or Link 2013 desktop client, you should be fine, or any IP phone certified for Cloud PBX. So who cannot be a call agent? On-premises users, or users that are using Cloud PBX with on-premises PSTN connectivity. This can be either via the existing pool or Cloud Connector Edition. External PSTN numbers, or users on Mac or mobile clients. If you want to have a greeting, greetings are optional. A pre-recorded greeting using MP3, WMA or WAV, those are supported and they can be up to 5 megabytes. You can support music on hold or ringback. The custom music on hold is possible, MP3, WMA or WAV, and the maximum file size is 5 megabytes. Still, keep in mind that the music has to be either royalties paid or copyright free. You will need to train people being an agent. So they must know that they'll be getting multiple calls at the same time. They can put people on hold and still handle new calls. There are some finesses that they need to learn, and you should definitely train them. There isn't an option to sign in or out of agent groups, so you need to explain to them how this would work for them. Their behavior affects the call routing. So if they go to do not disturb or go offline, they will no longer receive calls. Sometimes, unfortunately, the status is triggered by accident. For instance, when they're in a PowerPoint deck and start presenting to practice something, Skype for Business might go into do not disturb presenting. How do you deploy call queues? First, you need to make sure that you've satisfied the prerequisites. So you must have your agent group with agents in them. Those must be replicated to the Azure Address Book service. You must have a service number. You have to create a greeting if you want one. Set and determine your limits. What do you want the maximum concurrent calls and the waiting time to be? Does it make sense to have 200 concurrent calls to support that if you only have 2 agents? What should happen when the queue overflows? Should it go to a different call queue, an auto attendant, an agent, or should we disconnect the call? Once you've determined all of this and you've met the prerequisites, you're ready to start deployment. So in the Skype for Business Online admin panel under call routing, you can select the call queues tab. Use add new to add a new call queue. You can type in the name, the phone number you can select from the free service numbers, set your subdomain, upload your greeting if you want to, and set your music on hold if you want this. You must also set the maximum calls in the queue. What should happen when that maximum number is reached? How long should a call be in the queue? And what should you do when the call times out? Once you're done, click Save. There's also the PowerShell commandlets like new CS Hunt group, get CS Hunt group, set CS Hunt group, and remove CS Hunt group to deploy and configure the call queues. So a quick PowerShell example for configuring a call queue would be something like set-cs hunt group, primary URI, zip helpdesk@litwareinc.com, name Contoso helpdesk 2, agent alert time 60, distribution lists dist list 2, 3, 4, timeout action is busy, and the timeout threshold is 300. With that, you've configured a complete call queue. Use the new -cs hunt group with the example to create a new one. Removing and viewing is also included in these examples. So how do you operate call queues? In the Skype for Business admin panel, open call routing. You can then open the call queue that you want to edit. You can test or edit the call queue right here or delete it straight from the interface. If you ever want to test, press the test button. It will call the call queue. If you're calling from the same tenant, it will use VoIP. We recommend to always place a PSN call from your mobile phone or a hard phone as well to ensure the call queue is functioning correctly and is reachable from the outside. If there are any issues, open an Office 365 support ticket. So how to migrate your call queues? Inventory all your existing call queues and index all the features that you need. Do the online call queues meet have the features that you need? Can you adapt perhaps to these to the new features, or should you wait? If you're ready to migrate to online, start porting the numbers. Please note that you should definitely port them as a service number, so be specific when going through this porting. And there will be a downtime during porting. So you might want to acquire a temporary service number so you can set up the call queues. So a quick summary. We talked about how the call queues are for Skype Business Online only. They can be used to distribute a large amount of calls. The agents need the Cloud PBX license. Call queues can be a routing target for auto attendance or different call queues. Call queues help you assign calls to the right group of people. A call queue agent can be a user homed in Skype for Business Online with Cloud PBX, where PSTN calling is optional. Additional scenarios will be released later in this release. So resources at aka.ms/sa-org.aa. It will get you this training, the AutoDen training. The call queue training is in aka.ms/sa-ccq. On TechNet, you can find the call queues. Training is available at skypeoperationframework.com/academy. We need your feedback, so go to skypefeedback.com to leave your feedback and sign up for preview programs at skypepreview.com. We also have the soft community. Please go there if you have any questions, if you want to discuss something, if you want to leave some feedback, separate from the skypefeedback.com site. I'll be there, my colleagues will be there, and a large community will be there. If you want to learn everything about SOF and get in touch with the latest updates around SOF, go to aka.ms/sofblog. With that, that's the end of the training, and we hope this was useful to you.